Hi, Dave Scott, Civic Center TV, back here in the inner sanctum of the West Bloomfield Police Department, where you don't normally get a chance to go. And look who we ran into, Curt Lawson. Hey, Curt, how you doing?
Great. How's everybody out there?
We're all fantastic. Now, there are big things going on here. Exciting construction going on. Tell us about it.
Well, we're super excited. After a year and a half of planning, we've begun construction on our three-phase project here at the West Bloomfield Police Department. I'd love to give you a tour of where we're at a month and a half in.
Excellent. Let's go for a walk.
All right. Well, this is where all the magic happens, so let's go on in here. So this area that you see right here, this used to be our records department. Now, this building was finished in 1991, and nothing at all was ever done to this part of the building. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this old records area into a very modern communication center for our dispatch. We're going to have 4 stations here. We're going to have our dispatch manager's office, and we're going to have a very, very high-tech video wall up here, so our dispatchers can monitor cameras around the complex here. They have their own lunchroom, and this is really going to be a very modern, updated facility, one of the best here in Oakland County, and we're super excited about that. So as we walk this way, as you can see, this wall is a quarter wall. We're going to have this as bulletproof glass here. It's going to be very open, very modern. We want a very contemporary look at our new police department here. We've really done very little work since 1991 on this police station. So we really owe it to our men and women to update, to make it as progressive as we are as a police department, and that's our goal. It's going to help us attract talent, so we're super excited. This is our old library right here, and what we've done is we're going to make this into a wellness room, and our peer support team that we have here at West Bloomfield is going to personally design and outfit this room for the comfort of our officers, our men and women, when they need to take a break. For our lactating mothers, they'll have this room available to them. So this is a very exciting room for us, and it's needed by our people.
Do you have a wellness room right now, or is this going to be a
new
feature?
This is it's a new feature. It's something where we look at officer wellness as being so important these days. They see so many things, they're involved in so many things. It's a great place for them to come and just decompress. Right here we can see this is our report writing room, and we're going to be redoing all the tabletops in here. Our officers come in here, they do their reports. It's going to be a great place for them to be able to sit down and write a very detailed report. All of our supervisors' offices are being redone, modernized. We're doing less paper these days, so we want to have less counter space. We want to make sure they have very modern computers and the very best. So this is our briefing room where our officers come in for briefing prior to going out on the road. They learn about what's going on in the township, one of the things that they need to look at when they're out on patrol. So this will be an updated information briefing center here.
Is that like we used to see in Dragnet, where the chief would stand up in front of all the patrol officers?
Exactly. In this case, it'll be our sergeants, and they'll talk about what happened in the prior shift and things they need to look out for and things that are going on within the township, and just make sure the officers are informed before they go out on the streets.
I say Dragnet. You can see the era of my knowledge of television police
We're
sitcoms.
both getting a little older, and those things are familiar. Again, one of the officers or sergeant's offices right here. This is our lunchroom, which we'll be completely redoing for the officers to come in and have breaks.
Do your officers work long shifts typically, or can that happen in
It can
certain
happen. So they're
circumstances?
assigned 8-hour shifts, but it's not uncommon for them to be held over, to work a lot of overtime. So we want to make sure that they have the proper facility here to make sure they're taken care of and they can do their job effectively. So that is phase 1, is what you've seen right here. And we're going to kind of jump ahead to what is going to be phase 3, which is going to be redoing of all of our men's and women locker room. Right now we're having space issues. We have no more room left for female officers, and we've been hiring quite a few female officers. So we want to make sure that they have the locker room available to them. We also want to have a modern locker room because there's just so much equipment that these officers have on them, on their person, in their cars, and we need a place to store those. So while we're talking about storage, I want to show you one of the reasons that we are redoing the police department as well is that we just have a massive lack of storage within the facility itself. Being over 32 years old, you're going to see how we are very much crammed in here. This is the only place within the police department that we have storage for files and equipment.
I've worked here for over 10 years. I've never been down here before.
And you may never get down there because I may not be able to open this door. But as you can see, we are absolutely packed in here. These are all case files that we have to keep because of FOIA and retention laws. And we are 100% at capacity. So what we're going to do is we're going to build an outbuilding that's going to be temperature controlled, that's going to be able to house all of this equipment. We're going to expand the men's and the women's locker room into this room, as well as have another room, which we're really excited about.
So can I ask you a quick question? Yep. This currently is a locker room and a storage room, or is that correct, or am I misunderstanding?
Well, this is a little locker room right here for our honor guard.
Okay.
So this will be moving as well.
Okay.
And over in this section, over here to my right, is going to be another room where we're going to house what's called a Virtua system. And this is a system where we're going to teach our officers with all these computer screens and technology on de-escalation, where they can literally look at a screen, see a scenario, they can draw their weapon, draw their taser, they can de-escalate if they need to. And it was just a great training tool that's going to be coming in 2024. So let's take a look at the
What's
locker.
that?
This is a ram.
Yeah, I thought
if you need
so.
to open a door.
You got to get in somewhere. That's what I thought it was.
So we'll have you take a look at the one of our locker rooms. We'll look at the men's locker room. As you can see, it'll be very dated. The lockers are relatively small. We're going to be expanding the number of lockers as well as the size of the lockers. So as you can see, pretty antiquated. Carpet's been changed once in 30 years. Tile's never been changed. The Formica, obviously very old. And like I said, we need to attract talent here in West Bloomfield. We want to hire the very best. And it's very difficult to hire the very best when you have the pink tile here. So we want to upgrade our facility and for our people, and I think that the township, the residents would welcome that. So this is, like I said, this is phase 3. Let's go take a look at phase 2, which is on the other side of the building. So it's been a very interesting process. This started about a year and a half ago when we started talking to the township board about what we felt our needs were. And the township board, and give them credit, they're very concerned about costs and how much this was going to cost with inflation and everything like that. So they gave us a robust budget of a little over $6 million. And we've promised them that we're going to stay within budget. And now we're a month and a half into the project. Things are going really well. We're actually ahead of schedule. And the way we project it out is that we're definitely going to come in at or under budget. So we're very excited about that, and I'm sure the residents are excited as well. This is our lobby. The lobby is going to be completely redone. We're going to lower down this countertop to be more customer friendly. We're going to remove the center part here so we have more glass. We want to have more customer friendly here. It's going to be all granite, slate floor, very modern look for this facility. Moving this way is our current training room. We have 82 police officers and a little over 110 employees here in West Bloomfield. And this is the size of our training room. So as you're going to be able to see, we definitely need to expand the size of our training room to accommodate our personnel. Say hello to Sergeant Richter, who's hard at work over here. And during the construction, this is a multi-purpose room. We have our briefing room for our officers. We have a lunch room. We have a report writing room. And also the sergeants are housed in here. So there's a lot going on in a very small area. Everyone's making sacrifices and being patient as we get to the end game, which should be in December. So we'll move into the front desk and the current dispatch space. This is all going to be redone, as you can tell. Very dated, very worn, all in need of upgrades. So this is the current front desk area. As you can see, pretty bare bones, pretty industrial looking. We're going to make this very modern, more user-friendly for our police service aides. They'll be able to service the public much better. We're going to take out this back wall here and have this as glass, much more open and inviting and modern. And this is our current dispatch center right here. As you can see, it's very crowded. They're very crowded in here. The lighting's not great. The workstations are about 15 years old. So they will be moving into the new communication center, and our records people will have a brand new room in here.
Anything critical going on right now?
Not right now, thankfully.
Okay, good.
But they were very, very busy earlier, I can tell you that.
Yes.
They were hit with 3 or 4 things at one time, and of course, as always, they did a fantastic job. So that's our tour as far as at this point.